Welcome back, dear children, and good morning to all. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Okay, nowadays we are discussing in class 8 or unit 2nd physical and chemical changes. And from this chapter we are discussing about chemical changes. Previous class we have discussed about chemical changes. Today we are going to start from this topic, one small topic, photosynthesis. All of you please take out your book and stay on video and watch the video carefully. So students, here is our topic, photosynthesis. Green plants prepare their food, glucose, from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll in sunlight. Okay. That process is called photosynthesis. The production of food by their own effort, the green plants, that is called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process of food production by the green plants. The equation, the chemical equation of the photosynthesis is given here. In photosynthesis, plants are using carbon dioxide and water. By treating carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll forms glucose and oxygen. This glucose and oxygen are new substances. By treating with carbon dioxide and water, the new substances glucose and oxygen formed, and this glucose and oxygen cannot be reversed. So we can say that photosynthesis is a chemical change. Now we are going to discuss about respiration. In respiration, the glucose formed by a living being combines with oxygen of the air, forming the new substances carbon dioxide and water vapor. Energy is also released in the process and the change is irreversible. So respiration is a chemical change. Okay. Respiration is a chemical change because new substances are forming here. Here the chemical equation given: glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide, water and energy. Clear? So new substances are forming, it cannot be reversed, and this is an irreversible change. So respiration is a chemical change. Now we are going to discuss about conservation of mass in a chemical change. The mass of the individual substance or substances undergoing a chemical change is altered, but the total mass of the reactants is same as that of the products. There is a change in mass. Clear? Physically, the sense there is a change in mass, but the total mass of the reactants is same in chemical change. The total mass of the reactants is same as that of the products. For example, when carbon is burned in air, the mass of carbon is reduced and finally the carbon vanishes. In fact, all the carbon gets converted to carbon dioxide, but the mass of the carbon used plus the mass of oxygen taken up from air is same as that of the carbon dioxide formed. Okay. But if we calculate the mass, the products which are formed from this process, that will be same, because carbon dioxide is moving upside, we can't see in the sense. But anyway, in chemical change the mass is always same. Now we are going to discuss about the mass of iron nail, how it will be after rusted. The mass of iron nail increases when nail rests, but the mass of the original nail plus that of the oxygen and moisture taken up from the air is same as that of the rested nail. Okay. The rested nail and plain nail, the mass will be different. Rested nail got more mass than the plain nail in the physical sense. But in chemical sense, if you are discussing the reactants, the mass of the reactants and the mass of the products, that will be same. Okay, students. Thus, a chemical change obeys the law of conservation of mass. Then we can say that chemical change obeys the law of conservation of a mass. Here we are going to discuss the summarized form of the comparison between physical and chemical changes. A physical change always temporary, but a chemical change always permanent. A physical change is reversible, but a chemical change is irreversible. In a physical change, no new substances are formed, but in a chemical change, new substances are formed. And third one, after a physical change, the mass of the substances remains unaltered. The mass of the substance will be same in physical change, but in chemical change, the mass of the substance undergoing altered, mass of substance changes. These are the main differences between chemical and physical changes. Sorry. The next point is, can physical and chemical changes occur together? Here is our example, burning of candle. Whether physical and chemical changes can occur together? Yes, in some cases it can occur together. The example I have shown you now, the burning of candle, that is a good example for this concept. The wax under the wick melts, the molten wax flows down and solidifies. The time of burning of candle, the wax melts and flows down. Then after some time we can see that this wax, the melted wax, solidifies. These are, in this sense, these changes are in state. These changes are in state. In case of state, this change is a physical change. And here it is, apart from the molten wax that vaporizes, burns to form carbon dioxide and water vapor. The burning of wax is a chemical change. Here the water vapor and carbon dioxide is formed. It cannot be reversible and new substances are forming. In this sense, burning of candle is a chemical change. Now we are going to discuss about a new topic, physical and chemical changes involve energy change. This point will be discussed next class. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.